my parents, my mom and dad, both, ever since I was little, watched all my games and made it to every game. When I was in Fresno, they'll make a 3-hour drive on every game day to come see me play.
One of the most effective three-level scorers in the game today, Paul George is a natural playmaker that lets the offense flow with him, achieving incredible statistics that have consistently placed him among the NBA's top 15 elite players. Many say that George is the most underrated player in the league. Being a 6'9" and all-around player holding the 2 and 3 positions, he's always held his own no matter which team he's played for. And as the Los Angeles Clippers have extended George's contract for an additional 4 years, he's quite content at making the most of his own successes. In this video, we're taking a look at Paul George's lifestyle and net worth. Before we jump to it, don't forget to click the like button, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell for more updates. Paul George has had quite an impressive career in basketball. Now on his 11th year in the NBA, PG has found himself to be one of the league's most reliable players. The man is a 7-time NBA All-Star and 5-time member of the All-NBA team. He's also one of the most effective defenders, being a 4-time member of the NBA All-Defensive Team. And while he's still itching for a championship ring, he's placed himself among the top tiers of each team he's played with so far. Having played with the Indiana Pacers, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and currently with LA Clippers, he's managed to place himself around teams that constantly vie for contention with each new season. A huge factor for this status is the inclusion of Paul George himself. With the experience of a mature playmaker with a high basketball IQ, and lethal skills that are entirely effective, whichever part of the floor he's on, his explosive offensive array is always held in high esteem. He's had 16 games where he ended the game with more than 40 points, and oftentimes can shoot at more than 52 to 55% from the field. This is why Paul George is considered among the most elite players in the game. His stomping grounds. A California native, Paul George was born in Palmdale and grew up in a family of basketball players. 2 of his older siblings both played basketball at the collegiate level, with Paul always practicing with them throughout his younger years. He often played at the park during his free time, and did not play organized basketball until his freshman year at Knight High School in Palmdale. He became a member of the varsity team halfway through his sophomore year, and when he became a high school senior in 2007, George led Knight High School to the Golden League Championship, and was named the Golden League Most Valuable Player, along with being the Player of the Year as chosen by the Antelope Valley Press, and a member of the 2007-8 All-Area Boys' basketball team. After taking a more leading role in his senior season, he took over the game, averaging 23.2 points and 11.2 rebounds for the year. While he may have caught the eyes of numerous college recruiters, he would eventually choose to enroll at California State University, Fresno, where he quickly made a name for himself and was quickly chosen as one of Sports Illustrated's top 16 most entertaining players in college basketball. In 2010, George decided to forego his final 2 seasons of college eligibility to join the 2010 NBA Draft, to which he was selected 10th overall by the Indiana Pacers. He played for the Pacers for 7 years, before being traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2017. In his last season with the Thunder, George put up impressive stats, scoring a number of high-point games with career-high 3-pointers and triple-doubles, and ended the 3rd season in MVP voting. After being eliminated in the first round of the playoffs by the Portland Trail Blazers, with that memorable buzzer beater from the logo by Damian Lillard to win the series, despite PG's remarkable output of 36 points in that Game 5, George found his way back to LA after being traded to the Clippers in 2019. In a report detailing Paul George's recent max extension with the LA Clippers, the deal is reportedly worth at least $176 million for 4 years. That value can reach up to $226 million in 5 years, with the 31-year-old NBA All-Star set to make $35 million for this season. This new deal sets George up to rake in more than $40 million per year from 2022 to 2024, which adds in $48 million for the 2024 to 2025 season. With this max extension, Paul George is now set and locked for a considerable future, with the California native spending his remaining peak playing years for Los Angeles. He's also shown his appreciation for the extension, saying that he is committed, as it is his job to bring the championship title to the Clippers. Net worth and lifestyle.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's make a big, big clapping noise for Paul George. Please bring him to the stage. Come on, turn it up now,
Now that Paul George's future in basketball is set and his finances completely in order with this new max deal, let's take a look at how George enjoys all of his successes. Currently the 8th best paid NBA player for this year, who is also the highest paid player of the LA Clippers this year and even next year, earns roughly $65,000 per day. To add to that, he also earns around $8 million per year from endorsements and corporate partnerships. In total, Paul George's current net worth stands at $90 million. He's used his money to live in fitting luxury, owning several real estate assets such as a 16,000 square foot home worth $7.4 million in Hidden Hills, California, which he later sold for $10 million. After which, he acquired fellow NBA player DeAndre Jordan's house in LA's Pacific Palisades for $16 million. He also has an affinity with red Ferraris, having a Ferrari 458 Spider worth $270,000 and a Ferrari F430 worth $120,000 parked inside his garage, alongside his usual $100,000 worth Porsche Panamera. He's also pretty open about his life, basking in the fame as he constantly shares moments on his social media. As an NBA superstar, he's graced the cover of magazines and gets featured regularly on TV and newspapers. He has almost 9 million followers on Instagram and often shares his individual moments, along with images from his personal life as well.
Dada.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you Dada?
I am Dada.
Are you a boo?
Are you Boo Boo?
Are you a boo?
No, I'm Jafar.
Paul's longtime girlfriend is the gorgeous Danila Rajic. The couple had quite some issues at the start of their very public relationship. You know, the one where Paul George cheated on Doc Rivers' daughter Callie Rivers with Rajic, who was then an exotic dancer in a strip club in Miami. And then the eventual lawsuit over Rajic's allegations that George had offered her $1 million not to push through with keeping their baby. Despite the rocky road, Danila and Paul have managed to solve their problems and gotten engaged, and are now raising 2 kids together as a family.
Give me a kiss.
Through social media, we see Paul George and his family enjoying world-class luxury because of his wealth, often seen on luxurious holidays while driving grand luxury cars. He often shares this with his fans and followers by going live on Instagram. He has also showed support for his fiancée by helping her finance her own swimwear label. Paul George is absolutely one of the best in the game today, and as he has shown nothing but excellent dedication and improvement through the years, he's definitely worked hard to achieve this placement in his life. And with his future for the next 4 to 5 years already dried in ink, he can find more moments to enjoy his best life, as he continues to keep that drive toward winning that championship. What do you think about Paul George's lifestyle and net worth? We'd love to hear what you think, so comment below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more.
R.I.P. Cole, man. R.I.P. Cole.
Lack of preparation.